minutes early. Oh,
It's one of those days, isn't it?
it really is.
Oh,
I've been
a
like
little
this.
chilly.
I've been like this all week long. I'm tired.
Yeah, I know. The energies are just zapping us, aren't they?
Well, with everything that's been happening, all the news, all the information. What do you call that? All the supposed accidental natural death.
Yeah, remember we were reminded about Suicide Weekend, right? Remember?
Well, Suicide Weekend is not even here, but it's getting very close.
So, disclaimer: this is for entertainment purposes only, and we are not medical or financial professionals. So, if you have any medical or financial needs, you need to reach out to your
What do you call those?
CORRUPTED professionals.
Your superiors. Oh, you are superior.
This is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment, guys.
Oh, superior.
Okay, so someone's asking, what is SUE de Ayo?
Oh, Unalive Weekend?
Yeah.
Unalive Weekend.
Unalive Weekend.
It's called Unalive Weekend. Unalive Weekend is supposed to be the weekend or the weekday. I do not understand why they say weekend, but it's going to be a certain time in our space-time continuum that there's going to be a lot of unalivings happening, and it's going to be over TV, the news, the media, kind of like what's happening now with all these, celebrities just falling flat on their face. It's going to be something like that, just worse. 100 times worse. And it's going to make it newsworthy. Victoria says the deep state is trying to take Secret Service from Trump, but he would be better off with his own Secret Service. I totally agree. The stars were kind of saying that the Suicide Weekend, the word weekend doesn't necessarily mean Saturday or Sunday, which that's what everybody's basically thinking. It's called some people know we're week's end. Get it? A week's end. Not a weekend or the weekend, but more of
maybe it could
a
be
week's ending.
So instead of it could be the week's end. So because it's talking about a specific week, right? All right.
Hi,
Someone's asking for the link.
Is it because of the list? I really doubt it. The ones that I saw that left us so far is Ozzy, Malcolm, Foot Salad Guy. I don't know who that is. Hulk, the Hulk guy. Whoa! The blonde wrestler Hulk guy. And who else? There was another one.
So they're saying the Hulk guy just recently gave his life to the Lord. Nino's Corner. He's done the same thing. He says best decision of his life, has changed everything around. He's sobered up. He's doing really good. You know what? I went through a phase where I was like, I'm just going to set God right there because you know my story, right? Raised in church, and every church was used as a control method to keep me in line. And I remember being told as I was a little girl, if you're a bad girl, God is going to kill you. So I was terrified. You know, there was this great big angry God ready to put his thumb on me. So, yeah. So I just, for a time there, I set God aside, and now I'm starting to bring him back in, because there's something so beautiful about who he is, even if I don't quite understand everything about him yet, because we're still looking for truth, right? And but I'm feeling really comfortable with how beautiful he is, and he's not a mean God at all. And it's a shame that that's used in so many different instances and families.
As a form of manipulation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people have diversed away from that inner and understanding of who he truly is. That's why I don't call him God, because God to me is a used word that has poison meaning to me. So I just use the word creator.
Well, yeah.
Or divine being.
Because isn't it true that the way you were taught is the way you raise your children, right? So what was done to me, I did to you and your sister.
So as for the ascended masters that everybody knows of, I call them the gods and goddesses. Because there's always a step above, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why I have used the word God as gods and goddesses instead of the actual creator being God. So I have moved it down a notch. Mm-hmm. So it's no longer on the top pedestal of my my best way of, what do you call that? Not categorizing, or more of letting people understand who I'm talking about.
You're just awesome like that. I mean, it's amazing how
we're all awesome.
Yeah. So, but you know what? I started to smile because I realized when people start talking about God, I'm like, yeah, that feeling, right?
That's why I don't like to use that word, because it creates that negative standpoint with a lot of people.
Yeah, remember this line? What you talking about, Willis? Remember that?
I've heard it, but I don't remember where it's from.
It's a sitcom. He's actually a grown man with a medical condition that keeps him young looking. And so he was a very tiny person, but he played a young boy in this show. And he was always like, what you talking about, Willis? That's his older brother.
Either I did way too many drugs in my life, or I'm just that young.
You're that young. Yeah, it kind of shows my age. Shella. Hi, Shella. Jennifer, Kathy, Lisa. Hi, Victoria. Let's see who else is with us. Did we say Kathy? Yes, we did. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
And let's see.
We have Lori on Facebook.
Oh, hi, Lori. Can't forget Lori.
Either I've done way too many drugs, or I'm just that young. That's hilarious.
What the heck was that?
I don't know, but a lot of things are going to be happening. I have been feeling that negative energy, negative emotions for the last couple of days. You've been feeling that too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The negative feelings, negative emotions, the basically kind of like the one of the seven deadly sins of gluttony was coming through.
Hmm.
That one was a big one.
Hi,
Of
Wendy.
wanting and wanting and wanting and getting the information and but not letting all of it go. Holding on to the emotions, holding on to the feelings, holding on to the people, holding on to it's just the it's like that seven deadly sin. Gluttony was just forcing us to consume whatever type of energy that was being handed to us without even realizing that a lot of it was poisonous.
What is she saying? I had lost my Facebook for a year. New account. I found you, Candy, and stalked your page looking for kids. So happy. Welcome, my beautiful stalker.
Welcome, my beautiful stalker. That's hilarious.
Eileen. Okay, so
Oh.
yeah, there's something I want to address, and this came about because of a conversation I had with a friend. Something I've been working on in myself for a while now, a couple years actually, and that is how we feel about our bodies, how I feel about my body. After carrying a lot of weight, after being sick more times than one, after having children, my body is not, you know, sleek and smooth, and there's a lot of toxins I need to release, and that's a process. So with that comes, the what do they call it, the crepey skin. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, you still can't see that. Okay, well, crepey skin. So there's toxins that I'm in the process of removing. But how does that make me feel about me? And what do I do with it? And why is that important? So when I first started to not cover up, like, because he comes in the room, right? I just stood there in all my glory. And I welcomed the emotions. Oh, that's a good time to shiver. Oh, look what I saw. I welcome the emotions and I work through them because we are not the sum and total of this shell that we are occupying while we're here. What's important is what we're doing on the inside and the healing that we're bringing ourselves to, and the acceptance of who we are, and not worrying about what kind of thoughts other people have. Why is that something that we're burdening ourselves with? Why are we carrying their criticism or their judgment or their opinion as to what our value is because they don't like what they see? Because you're not young enough and you're not beautiful enough. And I'm referring to myself. I'm not young enough. I'm not beautiful enough. And my body isn't the way it was when I was 17. Right? And so why is that important? Because when you hide, then you're being an example for those that you live with. When you hide, they hide. And what did he hide? You hid your drug journey. You hid your sexual escapades.
Those were fun days.
Well, sex is fun. We all love it. Um, and when there is hiding, then there is not the transparency that we need to have. When you're transparent and you're not carrying the burdens of other people's thoughts, there is a healing not just happening within you, but within your family. My husband, my son, my daughter, my son-in-law, my grandchildren, all of us are being affected by each other's healing.
But you want to know what's funny? After I stopped starting to hide, you stopped starting to hide. Because if you think about it, all of this didn't start until after I started leaving my hat at home.
Your hat? What does that mean? Your hat? You leave
Every
your...
time I went to work, I always wore my hat. I was always hiding.
Oh. So, wait, this was recent, right?
This was a couple months ago. Like 2 months ago is when I started.
And so, what are you saying? That
I'm saying that after I got out of the physical way of hiding and I told you about it, that's when you started changing.
How long have I been going naked in front of you?
No, I'm talking about other things
Oh.
that you're not hiding from.
Oh, yes. So we build on each other, don't we? Absolutely. So we finally got to what you were meaning. So, and if you're not there yet, that's okay. Don't burden yourself with more burdens. You're not there yet. Just be aware of your thoughts and work towards getting there.
And the reason why that I brought that up is because when I stopped hiding over at work under my hat, people started treating me differently. Customers would treat me differently. My coworkers started treating me differently. A lot of them gave me a weird look at first. They were like, "Never seen you without a hat." But after, when you can stop hiding, you're going to see a real big difference. Hiding is also a form of running away from.
Mm-hmm. And this is something that the collective is really challenged with because there has been so much shame. I mean, think about, we've all talked about it. We've all read different posts about it, right? You got girls got to meet up with the Barbie standard.
Oh yeah, I'll just have a salad. Bitch, eat. Have a fucking steak. Goddamn.
Those were some very, very deep and beautiful ads that you made.
I didn't add anything.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. But yeah, so Wendy says, what a great subject. Big it is.
It is big.
It's really huge.
Keep going.
So think about the relationship between you and your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your spouse, right? And is there the transparency that you like? Is there the true intimate relationship that you have with them, or is there hiding and a discomfort that you have with them? And I ask myself those questions when I see certain things, and whether or not my husband, talks to me about certain stuff, or if he doesn't feel comfortable. And then I ask, well, why? Why doesn't he feel comfortable? What is it about my interactions with my husband that stops him from sharing. Sharing brings about healing. And so it's not, there's so many facets to this, but I've even noticed with myself that I have sometimes a tendency to shut him down. Like the other day, he came in and he goes, my fingers are hurting. And I said, the tingling? He goes, yeah. And I said, well, what are you doing about it? Boy, that just shut him down like that. And I immediately apologized. I said, I am so sorry. I don't know where that shit came from, but it came from somewhere. And I did not mean to shut you down at all. So let's talk about what's going on with your fingers. And he did. But see, it took a little while of apologizing for those things before he began to trust me that I was on it.
Being genuine.
Yes.
Losing trust and getting a genuine reply is really difficult for one to listen to, not knowing the difference. Mm-hmm. Because he was brought up with a family that was never genuine.
Right.
So he never knew what genuine actually was. What a genuine conversation actually is. And he's starting to finally see. A lot of people are starting to finally notice the difference between a genuine action compared to one of manipulation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, let's read some comments. Oh, let's see.
Victoria says, I call my body my playing piece, and I earned every wrinkle and grippy skin.
And you are beautiful from the inside out. Yes, you are, Victoria.
We all earned it.
I love that. Love you too, Shella. It's been a while, huh? She goes, not me. I want a tomahawk steak.
When I was talking about I'll have a salad. Bitch, eat.
I love tomahawk steaks. I had one for the first time. We bought it and we cooked it in butter. Oh my God.
That was so good. But that grill, man, it was hurting. Flames are up in here. It's like, here's the grill, and the flames are like, ah.
Lee says, my guy and I aren't doing well at all. I think we will split soon after 34 years. Well, yeah, Lee, you suspected that from the other things that you've told us. He doesn't want to hear anything.
Jules B says, I've learned that when you have those negative thoughts, I rebuke these thoughts. They serve me good.
They do. They don't serve me good, I think is what you meant.
They serve me really well. They serve me tomahawk steak very well. But yes, I like to use the shushing method of shh, and also the cancel, delete, all of that.
Hi, Diane. Glad you could make
Hi,
it.
Diane.
Been running around.
But yes, the negative thoughts. Oh, I rebuke these thoughts. They serve me good. Those phrases serve me good.
Okay.
Is what it means. Not my negative thoughts serve me well.
So don't forget the shushing method too. That's also very powerful. Jennifer says, my husband and I are going through a healthy transformation. Parasite, virus, and heavy metal cleanse. We have reversed his insulin-dependent diabetes. So that's amazing. Congratulations. No more insulin. We've both lost weight.
Oh, that's awesome.
incredible.
Congratulations. That's a big step.
She says, we feel amazing. Why, yes, you do. Diane says, you have my attention while I make lunch. Cool. What are you having for lunch? Tomahawk steak. Okay, Joel says, those negative thoughts say, I rebuke these thoughts. They serve me
no purpose.
No purpose. Deborah, what you talking about, Willis, comes from the show Different Strokes. That's it, Deborah. Thank you. We'll have to see if we can find like a couple of little
maybe
videos for you to watch. Diane says forgiveness is critical to clear your field and calm everything and everyone in your field. Yeah.
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 Oh, yes.
So, hi, Jessica. And Wendy wants to know, what is this the day out of time? It is the 25th. And Wendy also says genuine is the new thing.
It really is. Being genuine is the new thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people over at work are surprised at the way that I work because apparently I set a precedence and people are copying me.
How, in what way?
I don't know. When I speak over the head, they say the same stuff I do. They never say thank you, but ever since I started there, they started saying thank you. I don't know. Just I've been setting a precedence.
That's amazing. Changing lives by example. Very true, Victoria. What you don't forgive imprisons you.
It is true.
We got some really neat videos.
You want to get humbled? Stand in front of a kid.
Right?
Let's show that video really fast. Oh, let's see. We're going to switch you over to that.
So I'm back with another edition of What My Daycare Kids Said to Me Today. I walk in the classroom, preschoolers, and I'm like, good morning, everybody. Good morning. One of them says to me, good morning, Miss Ebony. How'd you get Santa's belt? I'm like, what? Why are you wearing Santa's belt? Let me show y'all my belt. Yo, kids would definitely humble you. I thought I was cute today. He said, why you wearing Santa's belt? Lord.
Mind you, that was sent by a good friend. So, you want to learn how to be genuine? Stand in front of a kid. They'll humble you real fast.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Can you guys thumbs up and share? Let people know we're live. Thank you.
Uh-oh. Waiting for live signal on Facebook.
Interesting.
Oh, it's working. Ish.
That was funny.
Yeah, that is funny. I love you. I love her. She's funny. Why are you wearing Santa's belt?
Did you send that video to me?
I think so.
Okay, I'll have to go look so I can follow her.
Oh.
Okay, disclaimer. We're not Santa. We're not doctors.
We give presents.
We're not financial experts. So if you have a need in any of those fields, you need to contact your expert.
We are not. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, that too. Lee says, I called him ignorant and he choked me. So the next day he came home and said, I'm sorry, but I never had a woman that made me that mad. So what an apology.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Lee, oh, be safe, honey.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was also, you know how we were talking about all that negative energy, right? All those negative thoughts,
Yeah.
all the negative frequencies. Remember, they have been starting up new machines, which is causing the volcanoes, right? Which the high frequency machines that they use send out frequencies, the negative frequencies. And it's hurting Mother Gaia, which then Mother Gaia is vibrating at that frequency, which we are conduits, which then is coming through us and out of us. So we're all feeling it too, which is why this video of the negative energies sending it to the trees is very important.
Okay, so looking forward to the next video. That's cool.
As humans, we absorb people's energy. So if I call you about my problems, you're going to absorb it, and then you're going to become emotionally attached to my experience. So instead of going to another human and dumping on them, I go to the trees where they want it. Trees are in such a harmonious state all the time that when you come to the trees and you bring negative energy, they like it because it gives them something new to decipher and learn from.
So they take the energy of the negative energy and they go in and decipher it. It gives them something new to do. Mm-hmm. And that's another reason why that the wind blows through them, because it gives them all sorts of different energies, different frequencies, different emotions, different vibrations, and they like that movement. When there's no movement, there's sadness in the air.
Oh, so trees are much more than just carbon dioxide eating plants. All, not just trees, all plants have a very unique and intimate connection with us.
Think of the wind as a piece of paper and every leaf as a pencil or pen. So as it's blowing through, it's writing different frequencies within it. And then it scatters it. They're always changing up the different frequencies, the different vibrations within the wind. Hence why there's always different sounds every time it goes through a tree. Because they're creating music, they're creating sounds, they're creating something within its environment. And they use the negative energy as a form of food, knowledge, understanding, learning how to tune into that different type of frequency to override it. And there's not enough of us going out and giving our negative energies to these trees. Hence why you always see a leaf going, come here. Come here.
They're always inviting us, aren't they?
Diane says, holy shit, with the wind up here, they must be yelling at me.
Hi, Kathy.
So Wendy says, oh, the trees, Avatar movie, and the Ring trilogy. Frodo.
I don't remember about the Proto and the trees. What about that?
I think it's the ants
Oh, those
and
trees.
how they would talk with each other and
Yes.
creak and make sounds.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I think it's that one is what she's talking about.
Wow. Yes, absolutely.
Cindy, hello, beautiful people. I feel like my ass has a massive magnet on it and I have zero energy. Any thoughts? Oh. Oh.
Oh, what did Kathy say? Hi, Kidd and Candi,
Good,
GTSY?
good to see you both.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what that was either until I put it all together. um, as for the magnet and not having any energy, we have been feeling the same way. All of our energy has been drained. I was just outside before doing this live, and I was cutting some lavender plants, and one of the bees, the bumblebees, the black and yellow one, the black yellow, right? Black and yellow. It scared the living shit out of me. Now, I know it was trying to talk to me, but it crawled onto my glove and got right into the middle of my palm and started vibrating. And it scared. For some reason, I let the fear get over me, so I dropped it and moved away, but it kind of felt like it was saying, don't cut too much of the flowers off for me, because we need those flowers.
Yeah, that's why we planted more.
I was able to get more, yeah. But it was scary. It was in the middle of my palm, my hand vibrating.
Wendy says, haha, Cindy, welcome to the Magnet Butt Club.
Oh, that's awesome. Kathy says Jason Q is now on YouTube channel called We Not Me. Did you know? Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. That's awesome.
Very cool.
I'm glad he's getting out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Nope, did not know.
Wendy says Bumblebee gave you a download.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why did I have all that fear, though?
Well, it's the same thing with the spider. The spiders have been talking to me a lot lately, and they're coming towards me. And one spider, I walked up to my cup. I was going to pour hot water in it, and this spider had come down and was dangling right above the cup. And I'm like, ah! And I tossed it, and it died. And I poured the water in the mug, and the mug shattered. And I knew that spider was there to protect me, but I reacted out of fear. And he lost his life, and I felt terrible because he was obviously had a message for me to be careful. And so that's how we're learning. That's how we're coming out of. And who's to say that they didn't agree to come and give that message knowing what would happen? But it was important, so they did it.
Yeah.
And now they're free.
No, we haven't heard from them in a while. Oh, which one should we do next? Should we do the videos of the DOJ and the Federal Reserve? Because we got 2 of those. Or should we do of the healing?
Which
with
one's
the plants?
Oh, well, let's ask them.
Kathy says, the bug was warning you. It sounds like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, Deborah. Mm-mm. We haven't.
Well, while we're waiting for their answer on what we want, I want to show you guys a video of this guy that is showing a real NPC in real life.
This is cool.
It is crazy.
When I tell y'all these NPCs are real, the NPCs are real. Check them out.
He has a helmet on.
Check out the NPCs. They real. Check them out. Ain't no motorcycle. Ain't no motorcycle. The NPC real.
He has a helmet on.
Ain't no.
Where? Look at that. Too bad we can't, like,
Zoom it out.
can I? Is there a way to, like,
Zoom it? I don't know. Maybe if we had touchscreen.
right?
If you go back a little bit, it's pretty obvious after it comes out of the store.
Right there.
Yeah, you can see it there.
He has a helmet on.
Yes, Kathy. Lewis is running for California governor. We're in talks right now with his team to bring him on the show. And our moderator, Diane, might be joining us for that.
I think he might have either came out of a Walmart or a CVS.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think it probably was more like a CVS or Walgreens.
Walgreens is what I meant, not Walmart. Sorry, Walgreens.
Okay.
New look at helmet head hair. No.
Let's go over the birthday information.
Okay.
So this guy that we're gonna bring on this video, he is talking about spell casting, and this is really interesting. What he brings up, and then how he helps us to learn what to do instead. And I suspect that him and Orem are both white hat people. They are now, if you think about it, strategically placing individuals, and I say individuals because maybe they're Pleiadians or something like that, to deliver that message. They're reschooling us, helping us to get our thoughts the way it should be. Okay, so pretty cool.
And we were also already talking about the hiding and the running and the thoughts, negative energies, which this ties into that already. Because if you think about it, what he says is that you are locking in certain energies, right? Which means that even with just daily works, hence why they sell scented candles at stores. They sell regular candles at stores. Always light a candle, hence why the Catholics are always lighting candles as rituals. And if you are lighting a candle with your negative, what happened through that day or through that week, and you are basically supposedly repenting, but you're only saying your negative things and not asking for forgiveness, but just saying that they are what they are, then you are locking them in. in a ritualistic sense, and they're letting somebody else blow out your candle.
Mm.
And can you trust that pastor? Can you trust that priest? Can you trust whoever it is that's not going to curse you
Mm-hmm.
as they blow it out?
Wow.
Yeah. I can't have scented candles because I have birds. Yeah, they're very touchy about that stuff. But this video explains a lot.
Are you all ready to never see the world the same? Did you ever consider that birthdays, often seen as harmless celebrations, might be one of the most widespread ritualistic spells on planet Earth? Beneath the surface of cake, candles, and singing lies a practice with all the hallmarks of spellcasting. Repetitive chanting, fire, intention, a subconscious agreement to age. Now let me break this down for educational purposes only, exploring how this global tradition might be more than meets the eye. Every birthday, people worldwide sing the same song, Happy Birthday, in nearly identical melody and rhythm, creating a vibrational frequency. This, performed annually on a specific date tied to your solar return, acts like a time-based trigger. This ritual includes candle magic. You light a flame, like a symbol of spirit. You make a silent wish, a spoken desire kept secret to work, and blow it out with intention-filled breath. This mirrors spell manifestation. Fire, wish, breath, silence. Akin to the sigil-based rituals where secrecy amplifies power. By keeping your wish unspoken, as tradition dictates, you've also been told that it won't come true otherwise. A classic inversion tactic that seals your intention. The declaration of I am blank years old is a verbal contract, one you and your cells unconsciously accept. Everyone around you reinforces it, creating a collective identity tied to a number, not your essence. This number carries social expectations, how you should look, feel, or act at age 30 or age 50. It's not just biological aging, it's mental, social, energetic, locking you into a framework of limitations. The Happy Birthday song, the most sung tune globally, has a particular vibe, a slightly minor key, robotic delivery, and often ending in an awkward pause or a dark joke about morality. It's less uplifting, more entertaining, pulling you into a collective rhythm. Birthdays as we know them were commercialized in the 19th century, with companies like Hallmark turning them into a consumerist spectacle. The focus shifted from celebrating your soul's arrival to gifts, sugar-laden cakes, and social validation. The real you, your essence, gets buried under birthday you, defined by age and external markers. This ritual reinforces group identity, not individual light. Instead of scraping birthdays, reclaim them. Shift the narrative. Rather than I'm 30, try I'm entering my next spiral or expansion, or I've grown in light. Remember we said I'm 37 years old eternal? Blow out the candle not to wish silently, but to speak your own truth boldly. Anchoring in the flame's energy. Celebrate not how long you've survived, but how much you've expanded. Your wisdom, joy, your inner fire. By reframing from the ritual, you break free from the unconscious aging and eternal embrace of growth. So next time you hear happy birthday, consider, is it a celebration or a spell? Comment if this perspective shifts how you see birthdays.
Interesting.
Very amazing.
What's crazy is that he said 37. He and I are both the same. At the same frequency and growth.
That was perfect.
Who is it? Someone's calling me. A 209 number. I don't know who you are.
Hi,
But-
Keely.
Jennifer says that resonates. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
It resonates with me, but it also resonates with, if you think about it, Every day, somebody's singing that happy birthday song, doing that ritual. And who's connected? All of us are connected together. So we're keeping that ritual alive and going. The less of us do it, the less power that they hold. We haven't done it in a long time for ourselves. We've done it for our, my nephews and niece, but we haven't done it in a while for ourselves.
Victoria says, crazy. You try to kill the birthday person with sugar and food diet.
That's true too.
Aw, happy. Oh. Well, yes. Michael, you are another year wise.
Yeah, right.
I was about to tell him the same thing.
Another
I caught myself.
Oh, all of these new videos and information that is coming out is not just countering everything that we've
program.
been feeling, but it's also helping us to grow at the same time. At this moment, this here is basically the newest suicide weekend. What if it has nothing to do with the people? What if it has to do with the collective?
What do you mean?
Suicide weekend meaning that we're cutting off the old program. What if suicide weekend means the matrix dies off?
Oh, okay.
What if the
'Cause we
suicide weekend means that the matrix is going to die that week?
Because we had a preconceived idea of what that meant. And so we just rolled with that.
Remember, everything that they said that it was going to happen then, years ago, is now happening now. Right? And it's not how they said it was going to be. It's always the opposite. So think about it. Suicide weekend doesn't mean us. Doesn't mean the people that we know, the people that we see, the celebrities or our neighbors or whatever. You get it. It's not the people that's going to die. It's the matrix.
Nice. That would be nice. So I was talking to Lee Stymie and asked about the end of the movie. How do you know it's the end of the movie? And Lee replied, because in the very beginning, I think Lee said it was Trump or Q who said that this is going to take 8 years to complete. I said, so what year are we in? And Lee said, the 8th year.
And this is what?
The 8th year.
You didn't say that. You just said it was going to happen on the 8th year. Okay.
And
When's the 8th year?
I did say that. Where were you?
I was lost in thought.
I said this is the 8th year.
I was thinking of the toss.
Kid, if you had something here, you'd be going like that.
No, it's Glenda's toss.
Oh, Glenda, she's so funny.
Oh,
That last video you had me watch with her and her husband or boyfriend.
Who?
The British gal. Wasn't that Glenda?
The British girl. No, I'm talking about Wizard of Oz, Glenda.
Oh, sorry.
Toss, toss. Well, if you guys had watched it, then you would understand the toss, toss. Hi. Okay. So for a lot of Suicide Weekend could mean the deep state. It could mean so many things at this moment. But a lot of us have always thought it's going to be a lot of us that can't handle the truth is going to kill ourselves.
Mm-hmm. I read that even recently.
Yeah. What if it's not the people that can't handle all the information and they kill themselves? What if it's not them? Well, it's the Matrix. It's like what they said, the deep state. It has to be something else than us. Because think about it, they have been drip feeding us for how long and getting us ready for how long? And think about it. The Democrats are now wanting the DOJ files, the Epstein files to come out, which I am going to show you this, which is freaking hilarious.
So the Democrats on the Oversight Committee just pushed through a motion to subpoena the DOJ for the Epstein documents. The vote passed. Stay tuned.
Which means they have gotten what they're wishing for is for the DOJ files, and now they're finally doing what Trump has, been making them want to do behind the scenes, right? By withholding the Epstein files, so it makes them want to put this bill in, so it's forced out by their own hands.
You got this for a minute? I have to go get something for myself.
Yep. So there is that's going on. So we have a lot of that information. But take a look at this I just found. And this has to do with the Federal Reserve being sued. So
the Federal Reserve just got hit with a lawsuit, and it's looking really ugly for them. We're going to talk about this lawsuit in a second, but two other pieces of news hit the Federal Reserve, and it's not looking good for them right now. If you're new to this page, my name is Rick. I help you turn daily news into daily profits. And if that's something you're interested in, make sure you like and follow. So let's take a look at the two other losses that the Federal Reserve is taking just today, and then we'll finish with the lawsuit. You can see that earlier this morning, the Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, said that, for sure, Jerome Powell should definitely resign. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Howard Lutnick, he is our Secretary of Commerce, and he got his start as a broker in foreign currency exchange and then became a businessman as a prominent investor into technology. And then that led to him being the Secretary of Commerce because he knows about investing and knows about markets. So the first loss is Howard Lutnick calling for Jerome Powell to resign, basically saying, yeah, bro, you aren't fit for this. And the second big loss is that Trump is doing a surprise visit to the Federal Reserve today. And the reason why he's doing this is because he wants to check on those $2.5 billion renovations that Jerome Powell asked for. It's also important to note that Powell has been basically telling White House staff, you guys can't visit. So Trump decided, I'm going to just visit anyways, because that's not suspicious at all, Jerome. And now let's talk about this lawsuit that was brought against the Federal Reserve, because this one actually I might side with. So you can see that the Federal Reserve got a new lawsuit because their FOMC meetings are private. They're not public. And it wasn't Trump that's suing them. No, a money manager is suing Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve. And the lawsuit alleges that the Fed is violating a 1976 federal law by keeping its monetary policy meetings behind closed doors. And you can see that it's Azora Capital that did the lawsuit, and they're asking the court to issue a temporary restraining order compelling the FOMC to open its deliberations to the public starting Tuesday and Wednesday. So, man, is the Federal Reserve in some hot water. But you guys tell me, do you agree with the lawsuit that the Federal Reserve meeting should be held publicly, or do you think they should remain private? Let me know in the comments below.
That is the real Rick Doyle. So if you want to follow him on TikTok, that's his TikTok. But that is what is happening at this moment with Trying to block the president from going to the reserve? Like, come on. You can't do shit like that and get away with it. But there is a lot of that type of information that's coming out, which is causing a lot of mayhem within our experience. And to answer Michael's question, yes, I believe that Ozzy, Hulk, and what's his name, Malcolm, and all of them are died of not natural causes, even though they say not natural causes. So Ozzy Osbourne has died from Parkinson's disease and something else, right? Malcolm died from a accidental drowning. And then you have the Hulk that died of cardiac arrest. And then you have somebody else that died of apparently just a heart attack, right?
There was a post I came across and it said, Christmas in July, Hulk and Ozzy. Ozzy is OO, Hulk is HH, and you put it together, you get Ho Ho, Christmas in July.
Oh, Hulk Hogan. There you go, yeah. Huh. Ho ho. That's very interesting, especially if you put them up and down. It goes ho, ho.
Uh-huh.
First name, last name, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Phil Collins and Bruce Willis appear to be in a line, is what Diane says.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard about Bruce Willis for sure. He can't talk, he can't speak. They're all being poisoned. All their clones are starting to die off. And they have no actual DNA or real body. Remember, the stars said the main body needs to be alive for the parasitic clones to stay alive. Once the main body goes, the parasitic clones go. So people are going to start dropping like flies.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you get rid of the main body, the parasitic clone has nothing to live off of.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that Doctor Who that I showed everybody with Martha Jones being inside that machine, which kept that parasitic clone alive.
And once she came to,
it started dying.
Oh, there's so much truth out there in the shows. We're seeing it everywhere. They are reschooling us, retraining us.
So it's not that he died of accidental drowning. He died because his body was pulled from the machine. And his clone fell face forward
into the water.
And the other one died of a heart attack, and the other one died of cardiac arrest, and yada yada boo boo.
Mm.
And Ozzy knew that was going to be his last performance, so not because he physically died just yet, but because he knew his body was going to be coming out of that machine, and he only had a little bit of time left.
Interesting. So Wendy says Trump is always baiting them. Cracks me up, right?
Right.
They are slow dripping it for the norms. Mm-hmm. I always think of Cher when flipping her hair.
Okay, I need to show you guys the toss. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. I'm going to find the toss.
Michael says they both have one foot in the grave and one on a banana peel. So thumbs up and share the video, please. Appreciate it, guys. Phil is in hospice. I didn't know that.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, that's what Diane said.
Oh.
Michael said, don't forget about Michael J. Fox. He's not doing too great either. Mm-hmm. Lee says, I think MJF is acting sick. Michael J. Fox.
Toss.
You gonna play that now?
Yeah, so everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, hello, welcome. Will you do a toss for me? Can I do a toss, please? Absolutely. Here, my friend. Thank you so much. All right, hold on. I have to stretch. I haven't stretched today. Hold on. Okay, hold on. One more. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I thought she was gonna fall over.
Ready to witness the toss? Yes. Okay.
Toss, toss.
Toss. Toss. No. Did we notice their ages? Whose ages?
Yeah, 76, 67,
71.
something like that.
71. I know. 17. Yeah, 71, 17. Backwards. Yeah. 70. Yeah. Crazy. Oh, yeah. It's a Walgreens that the NPC came out of.
Lee says 71, 17 for Oz. Also, Diane says, so what if their bodies are so far under the earth dumbs the disconnect? Just a thought.
There is a possibility that they could have been taken outside of the dome and it lost connection. But underneath, I don't think so. But being taken literally outside this world, then yes, there is a big possibility that can happen.
Yeah.
So they could have been taken to a detention center that is going to be holding them accountable outside of our realm, because then there is literally no escape. Because if you think about it, ever heard of the Sky Prison? It's on a little island that floats. The only way on it and off of it is by flying. Or falling to your death. There's only those two. So that's one place that they could be going. Just a thought.
Lisa says, so Kidd, everything about me is the October 25th, 1952. I was born at 1034. I graduated in 1970. Both of my parents' home address added up to 17. What's your intuition on that?
Divine. I'm getting divine energy, divine being, because if you think about it, 17 literally has no energetic standpoint for a person, but 1 plus 7 equals 8, and 8 is all about the ups and downs of the energies, right? But it's also the infinity sign of infinite energy, which is part of what the universe, but also what the archangels use to be able to keep empowerment. So I'm feeling that she has archangel blood.
Hey, D. Let's go with kidnap letter. That was so funny.
What?
Kidnap letter. Oh my God, this is just so funny.
Read this.
Father, I've been abducted. I am fine.
Abducted?
It says abduct.
Just say abducted.
I've been abducted. I am fine right now, but I may not be for Loring. If you do not pay the son of $1 million...
Wait a minute. Lowering the son of $1 million. What?
That's what it says.
That's long and the sum of $1 million. You know what it means.
I don't know what it means. You told me to read this. That's what
Just
I'm doing.
say what it means, okay?
It may not be for long. If you do not pay the sum of $1 million, you will never see me alive again. These men mean businesses. Who wrote this?
Crunch!
I think he's pissed about the note.
It says businesses. That's what it says. You told me to read the note. You never said to improv it.
Oh, improv. What do you...
Oh.
So Lisa says, oh my God, about 20 years ago, I had a vision of myself on the rooftop as a huge angel. What's next?
Well, we went over. Ooh, this one's good. Queen Khalif of California. The reason why that there's so much negative energies happening in California, and California is basically the main state that everybody is focusing upon. Oh, this will make a little bit more sense.
This is Queen Khalif, and with everything that's going on in Cali right now, I think it's important to talk about her rare matriarchal history. She was...
And just so everybody knows, this was sent to me from Boots. He's the one that found this, and it's really awesome information.
Was a highly melanated queen in the island of California. That's where they get the name California, from Queen Khalif. And historians like Dr. Clyde Anderson and other books like They Came Before Columbus, and even artifacts that were found in Mexico of the Cabeza Colosos were found in showing that these indigenous people were highly melanated. In fact, California was actually a part of Mexico at one point before colonization. The reason why her history is hidden is because she was a queen and she stood on business. To acknowledge her very existence would completely dismantle the false narrative of colonization and white supremacy that indigenous people were brown and that there was matriarchal societies that were thriving. Because before the Spanish came and colonized California, California was rich and luscious and considered to be the golden state. So it's no coincidence of what's happening right now with these militant acts of deportation and immigration, because it's a harness of your energy. It's to get you focused on worry and fear and doubt and not rooted in your own power. People of this land are still on this land. And the only thing that we got to do is to claim our right to take our power back. We don't have to ask for permission. Permission is already innately embedded in our DNA. So it's time for California to stand 10 toes down.
10 toes down. That's interesting. That's an interesting way of putting it.
Dee says, I had so many dreams last night, can't remember them. So I've been dreaming the last couple of nights too that I remember. And very vivid, very interesting dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Diane says, how do you pronounce that? Archaics?
Archaics.
Yeah. Talks, and shows very old maps showing California as a island.
I remember hearing about that too. All of us have been hearing about that. You know, it's been going around for a while, and yeah, I would believe that it was an island and it was brought to
the mainland.
Because there's a lot of islands out there that have been separating itself from the mainlands. And it's not here in America. Well, some of them are in the lakes. And people are pushing it with their boats and stuff. So things like that are happening. And I would not be surprised if California breaks away. Because who's going to maintain the holding of that island to the mainland if All the deep state people that have been doing that disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Then suddenly the chains break and everything just, floats away. Bye, California. Poor people. California can live on its own. It's big enough for that.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But like what she said in the video, California was part of Mexico. But what if California was brought from Hawaii?
Yeah, that's interesting.
And why is Hawaii so far away? What if Hawaii came from California? And they just pushed it away.
What was the queen's name?
Khalif? Queen Khalif? I don't know how to spell that, but Kalief, maybe? So many questions, not many answers. I don't know, but there is something else I want to show you guys about this guy. He talks about mistakes, and it is deep.
A mistake repeated more than once is a decision. A mistake repeated more than twice is a habit. A mistake repeated more than 3 times is character. Mistakes happen. We're all human. But a mistake that is constantly repeated isn't a mistake anymore. It's part of who you really are.
Deep.
Mm-hmm. The part of who you really are, because you have embedded it into your soul. Hence why this also goes well with the birthdays. And embedding it with those curses and whatever voodoo magic that you do with those candles. Hence why if you light a candle, you need to set the right intention. If you do any type of ritual, you need to set the right intention. And always have a barrier up. Whether it be energetic, materialistic as in salt, or any type of mental barriers, and there has to be a protection when you're doing something ritualistic. In Hawaii, we are winging it. I'm in the middle of the ocean. And Diane says, what are your thoughts on Mount St. Helens earthquake swarms in the last 30 days? Over 1,100.
Well, I haven't heard that.
Haven't heard that either.
Mount St. Helens is where we are, right? Washington? Let me find out.
I don't know. I am not sure.
Yeah, 40 miles from here.
R. Simon says, I would be concerned with the Yellowstone. Animals are leaving and it's over its time to erupt. Yes, I do believe that too with the Yellowstone. And we showed a video of the Yellowstone last week. Right?
See, look at this. It's not that far.
No, it's not. And if it did erupt, Wendy says, well, how interesting this is. New Scum interviewed by Sean Ryan. I could not watch him. And glad you left California. We're glad we left too. Yeah, we showed the video of all the animals leaving Yellowstone. And we're thinking that's something is going to erupt, and that's well, just remember, every time a volcano starts, it's because they're starting up an engine.
Let me see if I kept this fun video. Let's see.
Because volcanoes are not natural. They're not supposed to happen. They're a form of destruction. You know, remember the stars did say that, this is to answer Linda's question, are they really leaving or could they be faked? We could be going through an AI war, and this could possibly be it. Remember, there's a lot of things that are happening that are not happening too, so we have to keep our discernment up and running with everything that we see, hear, and do, because we don't know what's real or what's fake anymore.
Okay, let me send this.
What's that?
About Yellowstone.
Oh.
Telegram.
Because there has been a lot of videos going around that look real, but during a certain point in time in the video, you could tell that it was done by AI. But it's good. Toss. Yeah.
Go ahead and go to grab it.
Toss. Oh, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in the comments said it was like, what do you call that?
But Yellowstone water bottle. Oh, okay. Bubbling.
It was like bubbling gas and stuff like that. But we will all watch it together. Where are you?
I don't really understand why more people aren't talking about the ground literally sounding like it's boiling in Yellowstone. Like, have you guys seen the videos? Have you heard the videos more specifically? Take a listen to this.
No wonder the animals are leaving.
It's just, it sounds like it's boiling. And that's only 2 videos of like 30 I've seen and heard so far. And I mean, I don't know much about that topic, but is the ground sounding like it's bubbling? That's, sure, it's Yellowstone, but that sounds crazy. Have you guys heard that? Is this the first time you're hearing this, or are you aware of it? Because I feel like more people should be talking about the ground boiling and what is it?
Could be the running of an engine.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Mm-hmm. The rumblings of an engine, because it sounds the same as that.
Why are all the engines starting up? What is that bringing us to the new Earth, or going to shift something?
Well, you don't know what something's for until you start it up and figure that out. So a lot of these technologies that we have underneath the earth don't come with how-to guides.
A manual.
So the only way to do something is by starting it up and figuring it out by that, right? There's that. But there's also that the stuff that we already have can be changed to be used for the better. A furnace to one person that burns carcasses can be used to just burn wood for another.
Mm-hmm.
All sorts of different things. Why? Kind of like what they're going to be doing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was used to traffic people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to be using that type of frequency, that type of information, that type of way of doing something for all of humanity. Why get rid of something when you could just repurpose it? It's the same thing as recycling plastic bags.
Well, isn't this very interesting? We have no idea. Maybe they don't either.
Start it up and figure it out there.
That's something you would do, kid.
Yeah.
I would be like, let's do it later. Walk away. Kid.
Oh, let's see.
Have we watched all the videos?
Nope, because there's still...
Oh, that's a funny one right there.
the healing ones. Now, this is hilarious. Okay.
This is just a humorous one, guys.
Okay, so there's a black screen, right? This is an American interviews with Arabian companies, meaning the people are Arabs, and this guy's American that just pops on.
Hello. What's so funny, guys?
هلا عبود هلا عبود هلا يا ساتر يا ساتر
Well, when in Rome.
That's how we need to be with everything in our life, is instead of taking offense to it, just accept it and move on and have fun with it. Like he just put a towel on his head and just popped right on it.
So Syzygy, hi. Insomnia for like 3 months. What's going on? Maybe I can help guide you.
Well, now that we're getting into health, I got 3 videos of different herbs. The Adam's needle.
Do you want to show those?
Yeah, we could share those.
Hi, Ray. Hi, Vivian.
Hi. They're very informational upon... Let's start off with the garlic first, so you guys can understand why if you buy like garlic or turmeric or ginger or whatever from the store and it's not growing or it's not sprouting, this is the reason why.
The issue with store-bought garlic is that most of the time it comes from China, which is often bleached with chlorine to give it that snow white look, and then it's sprayed with growth inhibitors to stop it from sprouting during shipping. Also, in some cases, it's irradiated to extend its shelf life. The main issue is its mass production for global shipping, and if garlic is being grown like a factory product, it's lost what makes it medicine.
So, growth inhibitors. If something's not growing in your garden due to you buying it from the store, it has been sprayed with growth inhibitors. That is not in any of the links for it not being organic. Because we bought organic stuff and it doesn't grow. So they've been sprayed with growth inhibitors.
Yeah, so I came across a video that said soak it for a little while to get all that stuff off and then you can grow it. And it took me what did I say? I don't know, weeks or months to finally get it to start to grow. Then I got sick and they died because I couldn't get to them. And I was so disappointed. It's like...
And I got sick and they died.
Yeah.
You sound like a crude.
Remember?
You go outside and you die.
Do you remember that guy at KFC?
You eat chicken and you die.
This gentleman, he came over to talk to us, and he had, he wasn't like able to fully mature, but he was pure pleasure.
He was amazing.
And he says, my friend told me, oh, you're gonna start working at KFC, don't you eat that chicken. And he's like, why not? He goes, you eat too much KFC chicken and you die. And he's looking at us eating KFC chicken. He goes, have you eaten too much chicken? Because you'll die. That's so funny.
He was pretty funny. There's another herb out there. Should I do the Adam's needle?
Yeah.
Or the opium plant? Let's do the opium plant.
Opium lettuce, wild lettuce. This is natural sleep and pain medicine grown right in your backyard. Here's how to use it. Now, first off, it does not have any opiates or addictive properties. It was given this name of opium lettuce during the 1800s because it was used in place of opium when opium was not available. Because it's a good analgesic and sedative, meaning it's good for pain relief and sleep. There are contradictions. It is medicine, so please do your research. Too much of this plant raw will make you sick, so I don't advise eating it raw. So what I'm showing you here is one of the most potent extracts you can make of this plant. Essentially, you take the stems and the leaves and you cook them down in water. Strain the plant matter out and you're left with some gross smelling water. You cook all the way down until you get a little black-green resin. This is a very strong extract and will take a good amount of plants to get a good yield. Now, if you're just looking for sleep, all you gotta do is pick these leaves and make a tea. It will knock you right out. These leaves can also be smoked. The hippies did that back in the 60s or 70s and I've heard good things. You can also make tinctures, which I have videos on, but the most potent way is to do this herbal extract I've shown you here. Now, this sticky black liquid does taste horrible. It can be dehydrated and put into capsules, or you can roll it up into little balls. There are many factors that determine how potent your extract will be. It's worth the time and effort because after all, it's free medicine that's growing in your yard.
So, got insomnia?
And what's that called? Wild lettuce, right?
No.
Opium lettuce, wild lettuce. This is
Wild
natural
lettuce,
sleep.
yeah.
No. Oh, opium lettuce. Ooh. Oh. All right, and now there's another one called Adam's needle. This one's pretty cool.
This little plant is a one-stop shop that every mom needs in her yard. Need antiseptic or antibacterial soap? It's got you. Need needle and thread, shampoo, body wash, lice treat, sandals for your youngins, floor mats for your car. It's got you. You just crush up the leaves, mix it with a little bit of water, work up the lather, and that becomes your shampoo, body wash, antibacterial soap, and your lice treat. To sew with it, you take the leaf and you peel it away, each into its individual fibers. That will be your thread. You just twist it up and tangle it according to whether you need thin thread or an actual rope. Now these spiny tips, that's going to be your needle. You just roll it up, put the threads through it, it goes right through fabric. Believe it or not, the fibers from this plant are actually strong enough to make baskets and even shoes. The Native Americans made sandals with them. Now medicinally, it was used for joint pain, arthritis, inflammation, even upset stomach. I think it's so cool you can get needle thread, baskets, and shoes all from the same plant, but the part that's really cool about Adam's needle is that the natives used to take the root and the leaves and get the saponins from it. They'd throw it into the water and stun the fish so that the fish would float and they'd easily catch them in the net.
Oh, wow.
A net made from, you guessed it, Adam's needle. I told you it's like a one-stop CVS for your front yard.
One-stop CVS.
One-stop shop from CVS.
Oh, Dee made some last night. That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Just made me some last night.
So Diane says GABA for the fire mind chatter helps every time. Thank you for that, Diane. I love that everyone contributes to.
Right?
Yeah. What about the? Let's see. We saw the wild lettuce. Okay. I think we're all caught up, right?
Yeah. I don't think that there's any other videos that I have. Did all those.
Mm-hmm.
Yup. Yup. All the videos are done. Those are some crazy videos.
Okay, so are we done with the live? Do you guys have anything that you want to touch on before we go?
GABA. What is GABA? Gabapentin?
That's nasty. It shuts your whole system down.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I want to talk about this. Okay, so just a sock, right? What do I have in my sock? And it's a golf ball. I learned this from my chiropractor. Put that in there. And then you can put it behind your back and against the wall and work out those muscle spasms that you're having. It works just like a charm. But it's as it's working out those tight muscle knots, man, is that painful. But sure makes a difference. Okay. I don't see anyone else say anything, so we can go.
Yeah, we've been live for an hour now.
Thanks for all the thumbs up and the sharing.
An hour and a half.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, because we started at 1:30, 1:31.
We had such a good time.
Yeah, we
with this
did.
live.
This was fun. Very informational. We got a little bit of
this and that
world news.
Yeah.
We got some funny shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of healing of the mental, the physical, the spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And the birthday information, that was some good information that you found.
Mm-hmm. It was really
We
good.
really needed that because not only are we attaching that to just birthdays itself, but candles and any type of literal ritual.
Mhm.
Because think about it, witches don't use just candles. They use words as rituals.
Mm.
Anything can be used as a ritual.
Hand signs too. Mm-hmm. Diane says, wait a sec. Okay, we'll wait for you, Diane. Oh.
Yeah, there was...
Or a tennis ball under this sciatic nerve. Mm-hmm. Candy, your energy seems amazing. Can you tell us about that? Oh, put me on the spot.
Oh, hello.
Babe, where do I start? I mean, I'm not sure what you're looking at or what you're seeing.
I do agree, Michael. Yes, that is why they call it spelling. Toss.
Diane must be typing. We're waiting for you to hen peck, Diane. What are you drinking?
Just some Mio.
A what?
Mio.
Oh, okay. I'm having herbal tea for my liver, my gallbladder, my pancreas, my energy, because there's yerba in there.
You know,
and then some yummy stuff.
I've been noticing a lot of my body has been giving me a lot of shivers lately, especially during work when I'm by certain people, not by all people, but by certain people. When they come close to me or they walk by me, or even if they come into the same vicinity of like 5, 10, 15 feet from me and I get a shiver, I know something's up. I know something tried to attach to me. This is crazy. Morning, darlings. Morning, Carrie-Ann.
I'm glad you slept in, babe. That's what your body needed. So no brain fog, glowing, that kind of stuff. Oh, am I glowing, bitch? Well, I made sure to take some lion's mane before the live. That always helps crisp up the mind. But okay, so I'm back into the sauna box, which was a gift from you. Thank you very much. We're all benefiting from that. And what else? Doing the vibration plate, eating, what do you call that? Carnivore, and taking herbal teas to detox, and really watching what comes up emotionally, spiritually, in the mind, mentally, and dealing with it, so that I'm not carrying a burden. And then I had an emotional meltdown with Kidd the other night. Just talking about all the things that was going through my mind and feeling heavy. And he listened. It was so beautiful. And then did what Kidd always does. His stars came through and just lovingly spoke me through it. And so now I'm back on track.
I think the biggest thing was you saying, I know I am resistant to change, accepting it, acknowledging it, and then saying, I want to live. That was a big one. Because have you said that before?
I'm not sure.
Because your body was dying off for a reason. And now, ever since you said that, since yesterday, your energy has changed.
Really? Okay.
Ever since that you made me say, or had me say, I want to live. Because I wanted to live. I did want to live. Things changed. Through that one time, when I had the infection in my throat, I said it then, I started getting better. And then I said it during this cancer journey too. And then I started getting better. So there is a part of our soul, a part of our mental aspect, and a part of our physical aspect that has all aligned with death.
Oh, interesting.
And it unaligns itself and buries that self and gets rid of it when you say, I want to live.
That just came out. Yeah. So in organizing the house and learning how to organize, I was not taught how to do that at all growing up. So Kidd is a master organizer, and he's been teaching us, and he's been talking about needing an appliance to help with organization, and I'm just like, nah. But yesterday he said, this is what I'm going to do, and I said, okay, you do that, okay. And then he left the room, and he came back just a little bit later, and I said to him, I'm so sorry, I'm resistant. I know I am. And I don't mean to be Sam, what is that? Sam Ganzi?
Samwise Gamgee?
Yeah, that one. I don't mean to be. And I just stood there and wept for a moment, and he came over and hugged me. And I said, that's when I said I want to live. Yeah. So that might have helped too, Diane, with the energy that you see.
That was the biggest thing. It's usually the biggest thing for all of us when we're going through something like that. It's because we have that niggling contract that has been signed of death. And when you say, I want to live, then that eliminates your name from that contract and the contract burns. Because in some point in time before you got sick, before all of this, something came in and had you sign a contract. It could have been through a movie. It could have been through a YouTube. It could have been through a TikTok. It could have been through anything. A friend, an acquaintance, work, anything can come in and have you sign a contract unknowingly. Because they know how to talk to the subconscious, and your subconscious just will write its name on a contract.
Wow.
So, by you saying the counter, it counters that contract.
Interesting. That's one of the reasons why. Okay, so no organizational skills as of yet, and that means planning businesses or planning is part of organization too, right? And that's not quite up there. I'm more creative, and I go by what drops in at the moment. For instance, I was at home, this was years ago, and I saw a picture of a mattress store, and I heard, go there. And I'm like, which one? And so I didn't get an answer, so I just drove. I got in the car, and I drove until I saw the one that was pointed out to me. I went in, and I talked to the man, and he was... suicidal. And when I told him about God, he said, it's that simple. And I said, oh yeah, it's that simple. And it changed his life. So how do you take that when you're led by spirit like that and write it down on paper for someone else to benefit from the instructions? I don't know how to do that. And so I know it'll eventually come. I don't know how. It doesn't matter how, but it's just not there yet.
Well, when he says write, that's when we're going to write. He hasn't said right yet.
No, it just
make another left.
Just make another. Keep saying left. I was gonna say exactly the same thing.
So, yeah, that is a big thing that's happening with a lot of people right now. The sicknesses, not knowing why it's happening. Well, that's because you have a contract signed of death, and it's coming. And when you catch it, and you say, I want to live, and you counter that contract, and this goes for everybody, when you counter that contract, the contract then burns.
So, I'm going to start seeing some really big shifts then.
Mm-hmm. That's why you have already started seeing a big shift. Yes, you still have a little bit of pains here and there, but that's because your body is already in pain. So you just have to just keep on doing what you're doing, and more information on how to get better is going to be coming in because there's nothing blocking it now. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. This was fun. We were here for, look at that, an hour and 50 minutes. So.
Oh, by the way, Diane, when you have some time, can we chat? I'd like to talk to you about making some body tallow for our little egg store. And I need some of your guidance. Okay.
All right, everybody.
Thank
we love you. Thank you for being here. Keep up the good work because everything that you're doing is perfect. And I will be looking out for more funny videos. And of course, informational videos. But we will see you guys next week. What is next week look like for me?
Oh,
ooh, my new schedule.
I have not been, Ray. I've not been paying attention to the Schumann frequency because I came across some information that says that it's being meddled with. So I don't know what to believe at this point.
Well, looks like next week I have Thursday and Friday off again, so we'll see you guys again Friday. And then the week after that, we'll see you guys again Friday because Friday and Saturday are my days off, and Saturday we're going to be doing something. But the week after that, I got Wednesday and Thursday.
Interesting.
Oh, 7, 6, 8. All right. Well, we love you guys, and we will see you guys next Friday, and we'll be, gathering more information. Keep up those